Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Gotham Season 1, Episode 9, Harvey Dent. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-host, Clio.
Hello.
Below me is John.
Hi.
And down there, that's some street thug. Omikins.
Yeah.
Up to no good as usual.
As usual.
She just looks like she's up to no good whatsoever. Like, I could see her. She's one of the guys that bombed, that broke the bomber out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who she is.
Generic thug number 137.
Yeah.
The
Generic
fucking
Russian
mobsters who were acting
Yeah.
awful.
Totally not Russian.
Those fellas.
You're not Russian?
I'm not Russian.
Are you sure?
No.
Give me your best Russian accent.
Oh, you funny.
Perfect. I love it. So, she's like, don't put me on the spot, you asshole. So, what did you guys think of this episode?
For an episode titled Harvey Dent.
There wasn't very much Harvey Dent.
Sure wasn't a lot of them.
No. So, we got more Selena
Yes.
in an
That was a
episode
surprise.
named Harvey Dent than we did in an episode named Selena Kyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even...
I don't know.
My brain.
And what we got of
full
Harvey
fuck.
was, okay.
Yeah, they
Harvey.
Great.
They set him up. I feel like he was very shoehorned into the episode.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like, other than the fact that he felt shoehorned, the actual character himself felt very polished when it came to Two-Face. We had he's a smooth, fast-talking lawyer guy, whatever he is, DA. We saw the brief moment where he lost his temper. The very obvious coin toss reference.
Yeah.
And even the more subtle lighting just on his face in the scenes where you can clearly see one half of his face was much darker than the other.
Guys, I think he's going to be Two-Faced.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Guys.
I mean, me and John talked about this.
Am I doing it right?
The coin is fine.
No, that's the wrong half.
Wrong half. You were so close, though.
So close. Try again.
Me and John talked about this. The coin is fine because the coin's been in like pre Two-Face Harvey Dent stories before, so
Yeah.
that's nothing unusual. But the drastic shift in good cop, bad cop, but one person, that was so, I mean, it was heavy-handed, but then again, everything is in this show.
Yeah. I didn't quite care for that, but it was just
The show
like...
doesn't do subtle well.
No.
No,
Not really.
not even a little.
No.
Not at all. Another character that felt extremely out of place was Dick Lovecraft, which they introduced, and I mean, I can't speak for John here, but I think that would be a good dick pic to tweet
Hey,
I was like,
I mean, yeah.
out.
I was considering it because it was just like, really? That's his name?
Yeah, apparently.
That's the man's name.
It is.
That's the
And it,
man's
like-
name.
it doesn't. Harvey was literally the least interesting thing in this episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Even Barbara was more interesting
Dick
than Harvey in
Lovecraft.
this episode.
Oh, you said it. Why would you do that?
Because it's true. Listen, because Harvey.
Are we
and
doing this already?
Lovecraft
Are we
were just,
doing this
like,
now?
Shoved into this episode.
We're doing this now.
What?
Are we doing Barbara now? Because
No,
I'm
no,
fucking
we're not.
ready.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Wait.
Now
So
you got me laughing.
John's ready to do Barbara now, but she's finished with Barbara. So, she just finished.
Wait, Wait, no, I didn't finish.
So we're still doing bar.
Because
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Harvey seemed to like have this tunnel visioned. Lovecraft was definitely involved, and all of them are like, "Are you sure, Harvey? Did you really think this through?" And he didn't.
No.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I totally scared him." It's like, did you see the same scene we saw?
Harvey scared me. I don't think he scared Lovecraft.
He did not scare Lovecraft at all. It's like, Harvey, do you even know what you're talking about?
Lovecraft
you
just
sound
kind of
incompetent.
like looked back at like the people he deals with. Like, did this just happen? Like,
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
guys
that's
seeing
all
this?
he did. It's like, you did not scare him. He is not involved. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Now we can talk about Barbara.
Well, all right. Just a small side note where they said, "Oh yeah, Lovecraft's in it," and I'm like, "We have Eldritch Abominations in Gotham.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's like HP.
Could you pick another name?"
Well, there is a Dr. Lovecraft in the DC universe that shows up with the Justice League.
Okay.
I know he was
The doctor, though, was he?
This guy was not. No. So, well, at least we don't really know for sure. We know seems to be another mob boss of sorts. We didn't get a lot of information about him. He could very well be a doctor. It could be a reference to that. Could be a reference to Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. It could be, I don't know, just completely some obscure character that they threw in for absolutely no reason.
Just for
Who
funsies.
seems to have like no connection to Falcone.
Right, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but next week the episode is called Lovecraft, so we're not done with him.
Ooh.
So we are going to get more of him, so...
Ooh, delicious.
Yeah. But since we changed gears to Barbara, did she seem a little more justified for leaving this time? Like...
No, she seemed less justified.
When
said,
Gordon was reading her letter.
Yeah, she seemed like she was scared, and that's why she left. But, like, when we saw the scene where she left the note last week, she looked like she was just pissed off at Gordon.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he read the note, I was like, okay, but still I don't like her.
Yeah, when he read the note, she goes, "Oh, I have a constant reminder of Zaz and Falcone, and, like, I had to get out of there."
Oh,
So,
no!
I mean, I can...
God forbid you seek actual help. No. Run away to go sleep with your ex.
Well, besides the Montoya scene,
Yeah, well,
because that came at the end. But
she wasn't in the episode at all. Barb was not in the episode at all. All
but
we
I'm
saw
saying
was her at the end.
I'm saying when the letter was read at the beginning, did
doesn't
that
count
seem
as
more
her being
justified
asleep.
for her leaving?
No.
I think she left, like, the trigger was Gordon not calling her back or hanging up on her, and then she just made a bunch of excuses so she could
but he
leave.
called her back, and she hung up on him.
Yes.
She's
But Barbara, you don't get to have it both fucking ways.
No.
That's not how life. That's not how life. That's not
It's
how
Life.
life.
Barbara.
Stop. Leave the show. Leave Jim. I don't care if he gets married anymore.
No, because as soon
I don't
as
care.
I saw her in bed with somebody else, it didn't matter if it was Montoya or anyone else. What's gonna
Right.
happen
It's
is she's
like-
gonna come back to Gordon. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," blah blah blah, and Gordon's gonna be hurt, but he's gonna forgive her because he's dumb and thinks he can't live without her.
And he's like, I need you so bad.
I know.
No, Jim.
It's times like this.
Honey, you don't need her.
It's times like these. I quote one of my favorite movies, 2 Weeks in Another Town. Anybody can live without anybody. You will be fine.
You will be fine.
You'll be just fine.
You will. And, like, she just left the apartment for you. You basically just got, like, a fucking sweet penthouse
Yeah.
for no rent.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like,
And I mean, at this point, because I've said it before, and I don't even know if it's true anymore, that there's something else we don't know about Barbara, and there's probably going to be some big reveal, but I don't even fucking care anymore. I
don't care.
It's going to come around and be like, okay, that's great. She's still a fucking bitch. I don't care.
I was counting on her leaving and not showing up for the show anymore. I was like, oh, yes, great, good. She's
I
gone.
thought too.
Good. She'll be gone for the rest of most of the season. That's great. Nope. Slamming with the ladies.
Yeah, that whole last scene, it was just like I just stared at the TV and I was like,
Just
really,
like, yeah, we're doing this. Okay.
really, you just did that, yeah.
Like, I saw her just laying there looking, like, pathetic, and then I was like, oh, there's gonna be a hand reaching over. 3, 2, oh!
You know, and I didn't put it together at first. I'm like, why would you be lying alone in bed naked? Oh. It was like, she also, like, she, stays home all day, smokes a lot of weed, drinks a lot of wine, wears a lot of dresses, sleeps naked alone? And I was like, oh. What another stupid thing. Oh.
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 Yeah, but so while she left her bachelor pad is now free or whatever, why do you think Gordon didn't want Selena staying there by herself?
Why do you think Gordon doesn't want Selena staying there by herself?
Yeah.
He did
I mean,
explain
Gordon
that.
does lots of stupid things.
No, he explained that his place is an obvious, like, mobsters can get in there. They know how to get in there. And Selena is known as a witness. So her staying there would be, like, the most obvious place for people to look. Like,
And
first,
I mean, that's a good reason, but also, she's Selena, and you keep her in a tiny apartment, she's going to want to get out.
I don't know, she seemed to like it there.
She did.
Space.
So you bring her
but
to...
she would get cooped up way too fast.
You bring her to Wayne Manor? That makes her feel... She seemed cooped up there if she wanted to leave.
There's more space.
Yeah, but she still wanted to leave.
But she's supervised. If he left her alone in the loft, she would have been unsupervised. In Wayne Manor, there was both Bruce and
Alfred.
Alfred.
I liked how that built that whole relationship between Bruce and Selena. It was so cute.
It was kind of adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a food fight, and Alfred came in, and he could have just, like, gotten mad, but then he was like, oh, Bruce is smiling. I'm just going to walk away.
Yeah, well-timed phone call, Alfred. Well-timed.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderfully done, sir.
Yes. So, I don't know, I feel like the Bruce and Selena thing is basically just a tease at a future that we're never going to get to see. Because we don't know exactly how far Gotham is going to go. Like, is this series going to end when he turns into Batman and then we never see any of this building to anything?
They'd have to change the name of the show to the Batman channel,
Yeah, so...
Well, I mean, okay, this is theoretically in the future. I don't see why, after we have Batman, we can't still see everything that happens in Gotham from Gordon's perspective.
True.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
And just, see Batman swing past buildings and, like...
He's not Spider-Man. He doesn't swing.
No, he has the
grapples.
Grapples. He uses grapples.
He glides by buildings.
There we go.
Yeah.
The fucking trailer for the next episode has baby Bruce jumping from one building to another, and I'm like...
It makes sense in context of what the episode is, but we'll get there. But
I mean, it doesn't, because it is a 10-year-old jumping a building.
it still slightly makes sense.
He
but
grabs his pants and propels himself.
Yeah, sorry,
forward.
go.
We'll get there. What did you think about Selena pointing out how ridiculous these tests Bruce was doing? Like the holding his breath and sparring with Alfred, and like especially the holding your breath one. It just seems
Fully
ridiculous. Yeah, fully clothed.
It seems weird to her, but that's probably not only is he testing himself, but it's a coping mechanism still for losing his parents. So I mean, she probably doesn't really understand that whole side of things because she's lived on the streets and he's lived a very gratuitous life.
You think you're
She
ruthless,
also knows what she has to face on the streets already.
Yeah.
And Bruce, this is like the beginning of Batman's I am literally ready for anything. Training, sort of. So
it seems like it was almost like I liked it because it was almost like a reality check for him. Like, it's nice you can breathe underwater, but like right now, I don't see you falling in a lake with.
People in Gotham don't spar with gloves on.
Yeah, but I saw it less as Selena Selena succeeding in convincing him that it was silly, and more of us seeing Selina's character versus Bruce's character, and I don't think she talked him out of doing any of that. I think he's still going to train that same way.
Yeah.
It's the contrast. That's what they're trying to point out.
Maybe
That
hold from his aim.
That she's not exactly a hero, and she's not exactly optimistic, but, you know. And whereas Bruce, obviously, they're trying to make out as the hero.
Right. When Bruce asked about her family, she got really defensive, and she tried to leave and everything. But then she comes clean, and she tells a story about her mother being, you know, a Broadway star who's really a secret agent. Yeah, like...
Yeah.
What do you think's going on with that? Is there any truth to that?
Can you talk to our friend Barbara about, like, truth-telling? Because you're two peas in a pod.
So I'm guessing that whole story about her mom is bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Okay.
Well,
she is an orphan.
Yeah. I mean, she just doesn't have any parents. They're gone.
What would you do if this version of Gotham here, that's actually the truth? What would you do then?
I will leave.
We would all have to eat our tongues because
I will leave here. I will leave this world.
Oh.
I will just go to space.
Don't do that.
It's very. I mean, you can.
I'm just going to space.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Exactly. I'll be screaming for the rest of my life.
My tongue tastes like chocolate.
3 seconds.
What was that, Clio?
The rest of your life, which would be about 3 seconds.
No, I take a spaceship. I got the look. I have a plan. Okay, there's a secret spaceship in my back. Look, we don't have time for this now. We'll talk.
Is that your zombie plan?
Shh.
I spoiled John's zombie plan.
What were you saying beforehand, Clio? Before we got sidetracked?
Something about how she doesn't want to feel like an orphan. She's lying. Just seem normal.
But don't you think she would be able to relate with Bruce?
Yes, she doesn't want to though.
No.
She looks at Bruce, and he's self-proclaiming himself as an orphan, obviously, because it's what he is, and he recognizes the reality of it, and Selina doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah. She even, declines clothes that Bruce offers Alfred to buy for her. It's awfully nice of Bruce to offer Alfred to do that.
I'm pretty sure she prefers to
slave?
steal furs from a store.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. Going into the bomber story, though, what'd you guys think about the bomber?
I really liked him.
So did I. He was a good guy.
He was put together for a mentally ill guy.
Yeah. I mean, they really build him as not being a bad man. You know, that he's just mentally... He's sick. That's what his brother kept stating.
They could have played that up a little better, I feel like. Because he was, really with it the entire time.
He seemed it, yeah.
Bombs and bombs and bombs. But if you talk to him, he was, totally fine. He's like, oh, I planned, I put the thing here. You found it. Yay, great. They're coming. So why don't we get out of here really soon?
Oh, you found that plate.
An actual, mentally ill person is not going to be that not have that much forethought.
Right.
I can understand him being good at making bombs, just be looking at people and going oh.
Yeah. I mean,
he must be very high functioning and or it comes in waves or
unless they were medicating him, but
well, they were sending him out for treatment because that's why he was in the van to begin with.
Blackgate, yeah, they were
because they kept him locked up at Blackgate, but they
did
sent
his captors keep his medication or something? I mean, maybe
huh?
that could be. I mean, did his captors keep his medication? Be here, take these, make bombs. Take these, make bombs. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay.
It just seems a little weird. Yeah. I don't know. That was just. I think they could have definitely played him up a little, to be. I don't know, just a little more unstable.
Yeah,
I think that actually might be coming. I mean, they're opening the gates to Arkham. They kind of pan on him, and they kind of make him a feature. He looks at Arkham and he looks intimidated. I don't think it's the last we're gonna see of him.
He's pretty much the catalyst for the reason why Arkham is opening back up.
Exactly, yeah.
So, that's gonna be interesting. But I really liked the trading up that they did. You know, bomb this place to get more explosives. You know, to be able to bomb this vault. You know, it's kind of cool. I liked it.
Yeah, the iron vault. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Enigma.
The Enigma just comes in with like this, struggling to hold this piece of iron. Like,
Enigma.
oh, this.
God damn him.
Did you not? Please take this. Oh.
And then they walk away and he's like, oh.
I see the face that Dom has when certain things happen every episode and it just gets overdone and he's like, I want to kill someone.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm really, frankly, sick of talking about Enigma, where, like, to me, like, Enigma's got to be to you guys what Barbara is to me. Like, you guys love seeing, or at least Nikki does, love seeing my reaction when we talk about Enigma. And I'm the complete opposite. Like, I love seeing your guys' reactions when we talk about Barbara. Yeah. But, like, I'm sick of talking about Enigma. My gripe with him this week was the video games thing. Like, what the hell? Like, you just come up. Do you guys play video games? I love the challenge of video games. It's like detective work. It's like, what? Shut the fuck up.
Sir.
Well, we need to address that. Bullock complimented him.
Bullock complimented him before, but before he complimented him, he goes, Enigma, don't ever do that again.
Just please.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
me.
He did say that.
So he was not complimenting him on playing video games. He's complimenting him on his police work, which is exceptional. It's great. Keep doing that. Stop everything else.
Everything else, just stop it.
But, you know, on the other hand, the talk show scene when he's working and the radio's playing and he's answering the questions,
Yes.
that was a great scene.
That was
Yeah.
fabulous.
That was great.
So
Oh, that was great.
everything with Enigma's not bad, just most of it.
I think they're getting better. They're getting better.
I would agree with you if they had omitted the video games line from this episode.
I didn't say they're getting perfect. I said they're getting better.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Listen, Dom, as long as Enigma's in the show, we're going to have to talk about him. Same as Barbara.
I like talking about Barbara, though.
I know, but I gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
This is true.
It's just a fact of our lives.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen? She's gonna die. And then they're gonna remind us every episode that Barbara died.
Oh, shut up.
Wait. Coulson died?
Wait, hold on.
What?
Are you sure? Did you know that? That he died?
Did you know you died?
Did you?
Did you know?
I hate all of you. Oh my god, so this completely obscure reference is for my hatred of the beginning of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is actually no secret if you've watched the Marvel movies.
Really
But anyway, getting on topic of things that I disliked. I actually disliked the Penguin this episode.
What?
Yeah. No,
He-
yeah.
He seemed extremely out of place. Like, he's spying on Liza, sniffing her like I don't even know what. And then he goes up and sniffs fish. Like, what?
We've
Well,
already
Baby.
established
He
that
was
the
drawing the
penguin
connection between her and
Baby.
Fish.
is a
I
creep.
Right.
see
The
fish.
same perfume or whatever the fuck. But what he was doing, I was okay with. But he was just one of the lesser interesting things about the episode. This was
Yeah.
the first time where I think
true.
that the Penguin was one of the least interesting things.
I mean, Harvey was more interesting than the Penguin this episode, and
I wouldn't
Harvey was barely in the episode.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, see, I
did
still, every time I see the penguin, I'm like, ah, yes, the show's starting.
Barbara was more
Hair
interesting
keeps
this
getting
episode
more
than the Penguin was.
ridiculous. Does anybody notice that?
I don't know, it's like,
Yeah, his hair keeps getting like more
I
streaks in
really-
the front.
I really I'm gonna grow my hair out just a little
never
bit more
noticed.
before I cut it again, and then I'm gonna just get some gel, and I'm gonna penguin my hair up for one of these episodes.
please, please.
Be the best.
I'm gonna do it.
Be
I'm
the
gonna
best.
get a heavy amount of gel. It will happen at some point. But yeah, no, like I think Barbara was a more interesting character than the Penguin this episode.
I mean, kinda.
Wow, I
mean-
didn't actually expect a single person on this thing to agree with
Kinda.
me.
Anybody
mean-
becomes more interesting when they're lying naked in bed with another person on the side.
This is
No,
true.
sometimes they become less interesting.
Sometimes. This is the thing, though. I mean, as like kind of forced and maybe shoehorned the Penguin's scenes were, I feel like they were still necessary
Right.
to a degree.
Well, I
They
totally agree.
definitely could have been done better.
I feel like that should have been saved for another episode when the Penguin had more to do.
Right, because he
No.
didn't do much this episode. He was just like, I'm sneaking into your apartment and smelling
Me too.
your clothes.
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
step
think
up
what
these
they-
stairs and hide up around the corner.
What they're
You
trying to
won't hear
do
me.
is
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
trying to make sure that you're still aware that the whole Falcone and Penguin and all that is still going on in the background. They want to make sure
Yeah.
you're still in tune with that. Like, there's a lot of other story going on.
I mean, we're
Hey,
smart
did you
people.
forget one of the major plot points of the show? Here you go.
It's still happening. Oh my god.
I feel
It's been kind of dwindling though.
I
They
feel
still
like
need
as
to
a show that,
solidify that dynamic.
I feel like as a show that they're treating us like invalids. Like we can't think on our
Well,
own.
We forget
That goes with
everything.
their heavy-handedness. Like, they
Treating-
can't...
They're treating us like we're Barbara.
I mean, I love this show. I really do. This is one of my favorite shows every week, and I don't know why. After we sit here and gripe on some things for a while, but
It's still like the action's good.
it's super fascinating.
I love Jim. I love Harvey. Like they're great. I mean, I really love them. But like it could be better. I mean, the detective part of the show I think is awesome. I think that's what's holding our interest.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
You know, that end of it
I mean, I
they
really,
have down.
I've come around to the Bruce thing. Like, I actually enjoy
Yeah.
watching the Bruce scenes now. Like, they felt very out of place in the first, like, 5 episodes, but, you know, they slowly started coming around little by little, and now Bruce and, you know, Bruce, Alfred, Selena, they were a huge part of this episode. Like we said, more so than Harvey Dent. And I feel that they got around to telling the Bruce story a lot better now. So...
Yeah. I mean, and that's really great because they seem to want it to be, you know, the Bruce and Gordon show.
Mhm.
So,
Yes, Lee has a good thing. Lee points out in chat, in any actual situation, police do hide the protective witness, but not with the son of the murder victims. That's actually not a very good place to hide your lead witness. But,
no.
But
Especially in a mansion with no security besides
Alfred.
a grumpy British man.
right, but Gotham's a beast of its own because with the entire police force and God knows who else is corrupt, Bruce and Alfred are really the only people that he could trust.
Yeah, really won't sell her out.
Yeah.
So,
If anything,
Is
Alfred would
that-
put his neck on the line for her, which is weird. He would protect her because if he didn't, Bruce would be mad at him forevers.
Right.
Forevers.
Forevers and evers.
So, yeah. Do you guys have anything else this episode that you would like to discuss that I may have missed?
Monty has
I
an
feel-
amazing manicurist.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
freaking
looking
nails
at
are
her. I wasn't
amazing.
looking at her nails.
No? what part of the female form were you admiring? No?
He was looking at Barbara.
I feel very bad for Monty.
God!
Barbara!
Barbara!
Cleo.
I was about to say a point, and you all lean into the microphones and go, Barbara!
I'm sorry. Do you not appreciate the best character in the show? Okay. all right.
I feel bad for Montoya because I feel like Barbara doesn't have any actual emotions, and Montoya, who feels very strongly for Barbara, is gonna get used and thrown aside again.
Mm.
Barbara's
Yeah.
basically a terrible person.
She's the
Basically.
worst. The worst.
Barbara's the best.
No, she's on par with you, Dom. She's the worst.
Whoa! I am the cheese. I am the best character on the show.
I am the best.
Anyway, next episode, as I said before, is called Lovecraft. So we will definitely be getting more of who this character is. But in the synopsis, which mentions nothing of Lovecraft, we will be following a misstep that Gordon is reassigned to duty at Gotham Asylum. Or at Arkham Asylum, sorry. Meanwhile, Selina leads Bruce on a perilous journey through Gotham to evade the assassins after her. So there's assassins after her and Bruce.
Yes.
I think Bruce is justified in jumping from building to building.
I'm not talking about justified. I'm talking about
Can he physically
it's
do it?
crazy to think that a 12-year-old boy can actually make the leap from one building to another.
If
It's also crazy to think that a full-grown man can do it, but,
if Selina could do it, Bruce could do it.
Yeah.
but Selina is literally a cat.
Literally?
Literally a cat.
She is a cat. She was drinking
Cat
milk in this
Give people
episode.
clothes.
Yeah.
You know, I have a feeling maybe this Lovecraft episode is going to be kind of like the Harvey Dent episode, where it's like 10 minutes of Harvey and 45 minutes of everybody else. It's going to
This
be
much Lovecraft.
this much Lovecraft.
45 minutes of Harvey.
Person's later. Oh my God, no!
45 minutes of Barbara.
It's not even me. It's just to be him. Ding, ding.
I'm really looking forward to an episode named Barbara. That way we know we're not going to see very much of her.
It's true.
It doesn't matter. We don't see very much of her anyways, and we hate her guts. So
This is
It
true.
still bothers us.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's not just us, though. I think the entire internet hates Barbara.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think it's gotten to that point.
So I'm really hoping that when the winter break comes up and they start reevaluating like what needs to be done,
Barbara will be dead.
they need to fix Barbara. That should be up on their priority list.
No,
she's too far gone.
no,
By
They just
fixing Barbara, I mean killing
No.
her and bringing another lady named
Ex-
Barbara into the show.
that.
That's
That
what I mean by
needs to
fixing
happen.
Barbara.
How about Gordon don't need no woman?
But we
No.
already know that Gordon gets married to Barbara.
Yeah.
Gordon needs
He
a
can-
luscious brunette.
Listen,
She
love
doesn't
him.
have to be now.
let's be progressive. Let's have him marry Harvey.
Well,
I don't care which one. He can pick
I
a
was just
Harvey,
gonna say which Harvey.
whichever one he likes more.
Look, I can get behind. Dent, not so much.
Just gonna leave a dent in his emotions.
Lee said we could show her at the art gallery that she works at. That she
Yeah.
works
Why don't we
at.
see her at work? Why don't we do that?
It doesn't work. That art
She
gallery.
doesn't work.
I think we've
is
seen her there
Barbara.
once.
because she didn't show up to work.
We've seen her there once, and she was like
One time.
admiring artwork. She wasn't even working.
A painting. I wonder where my wine went.
So I think that about wraps it up. Clio, where can the people find you?
You can find me hating Barbara at Cliomoto.
Everywhere on the internet.
John, where can the people find you?
At Barbara fan number 1. or that one. No more. Stuff.
Nikki, where can the people find you and your street thug shenanigans?
Thuggity thug thug thug.
They can find me on the Twitters at LadyVenom24. LadyYVENM24.
Oh.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Even when you say it wrong.
PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us and others on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast. There's more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. Can't wait for Barbara.
No. Fuck her.
Boy.
Oh yeah, Colson died.
Also, dick pics.
Those.
Are you gonna post Dick Lovecraft? Is that your
got you.
dick pic for the day?
I got you covered. Don't worry.
All
Oh, good.
all right.
Awesome.
It's happening.
That's
It's
awesome.
happening. What's happening right now?